Okay, hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, David, we can hear you.
Okay.
The stage is yours.
Perfect.
Begin whenever you are ready.
Okay, so I will share my screen. Just confirm if you can see it.
Yes. Excellent. Perfect.
Yeah, perfect. Okay. So let's start. First of all, thank you for having me today in the Collabdays of Greece. It's a pleasure for me to be here, and yeah, it has been a very funny morning, learning from all of you, from all the speakers, from all the attendees. So let's end the event with a session about Copilot Studio and Azure AI Search. Okay, we will learn in this session how to create a multimodal index in Azure AI Search. So we will be able to index a PDF file which contains graphics and also text. So it contains images, tables, and text. So we will learn how to build that few of resources in Azure. We will do a live demo from the beginning to the end of how to build this multimodal index, and then we will connect that to a Copilot Studio agent to start asking questions about the content, okay? And I will show you how we can ask also questions about the content inside the images, which some time ago it is impossible. So now we have some new features in Azure AI Search that will allow us to do a multimodal indexing in a few steps. You will see it. And then, of course, the connection to a Copilot Studio agent. So we can leverage the power of Copilot Studio to expose that content to our users. Okay. So I will present myself. I am David Lorenzo. I am a Power Apps MVP and working for Prodware as a Power Platform lead. Prodware is a company located in, so my branch office is in Spain. I am from Canary Island in Spain. And but we have also offices around the Europe, in Germany, in Netherlands, also in Belgium, France, and so on. Okay, in UK also. So our main focus is to build solution for our customers using Microsoft technologies. So we are experts on Dynamics, finance and operation, and also in Power Platform, Fabric, and so on. So we use mostly of the Microsoft technology to build solutions. And of course, I work for the automation and AI team. So I am mostly focused on the Copilot Studio automation projects. Okay. I have some certification also. You can see there Power Platform Architect, Azure AI Engineer, also some of the Fabric new certifications. And now in this month, I am taking some of the Azure side also. So I try to keep learning all the time and trying to integrate different solutions to make good products and different from the out-of-the-box that Microsoft offers. So yeah, you can add me on LinkedIn. I am mostly active on LinkedIn and also have a Twitter or X account. And also we have Guarandinga Tech, which is a community here in Spain. We frequently upload videos to YouTube and organize in-person and online events like this. So I will be happy if you connect with us. Okay. So we start with a few slides explaining, just in case you are not familiar with the agents and also the Copilot Studio ecosystem. So what are agents? So agents are apps that use AI to reason, plan, connect to system, and complete tasks along with working alongside or on behalf of a person, team, or organization. So we have from simple to advanced, we have three types of agents. We have the retrieval agent, which is the one we will see today, in which we can connect knowledge source that we will do later on in this session, and retrieve content from different sources, and then complete a response for the user question in a better way. So Copilot Studio allow you to integrate very quickly with different sources, and then it has an orchestration engine. We will take a deep look at the orchestration engine in this session. So you can, without touching a line of code, you will see today that we will build in solution, mostly advanced solution without touching a line of code. So that's very, very cool. So you can create retrieval agents. You can also create task agent. This type of agents allow you to perform different tasks on behalf of a person, but with the indication of, with the trigger of a person. So the task agent will make different tasks in different systems, but always starting with the order or with the indication of a user. Okay, and then the last one is the autonomous agent. So with Copilot Studio, you can also create autonomous agent that will trigger based on events on different systems. We will take the power of all the more than 1,000 connectors that Power Platform have. You maybe have used it in Power Automate or in Power Apps. So you can also use inside Copilot Studio to trigger agents and to just perform tasks in an autonomous way. So without user need to indicate the agent what to do, but you can create or make the agent, and the agent will act in behalf of the user when an event occurs. Okay, so that's the main three type of agents. Then we in the Microsoft ecosystem, we have different tools to create agent. This is very important because when you are architecting a new project for a customer or for your company, it is important to know which features and which limits mainly the different tools have in the current time, because this is evolving very quickly. So, for example, this morning I was just opening all the tools in order to prepare for this session. And then I see a message in which we have a new version of Copilot Studio orchestration engine. So I hope the demo will be okay. I have been testing and it's okay, but so you can see that this will evolve every week. So every week we have new features in Copilot Studio, new features in Azure AI Foundry, new features in Microsoft 365 Copilot. So we need to be all the time learning, all the time taking a look at the news, at the change log, at the releases that Microsoft is doing. So we can take all the benefits from the new feature, but also we need to know the limitations and be aware of that when you choose a tool to make a new project, because it can get you surprises while you're developing the solution. So that's important to know in order to estimate better the time you will take, because it's not the same to create an agent with Copilot Studio than creating it with Azure AI Foundry. Of course, with Azure AI Foundry or Semantic Kernel or Microsoft Agent Framework, you will have more control over the orchestration engine, but also it will take you more time to develop. So that's important to know when you are estimating for a customer, because if you choose the wrong tool, you will maybe hit a wall in the meaning of the development. You will then have to switch to another tool, and that will take you more time, right? So I will try to give you some hints during the session about that. So we have an agent builder in Microsoft 365 Copilot, in which we can create agents using natural language. Okay, we describe what we want to do, and the agent builder will create the agent for us. So that's the no code version. Okay, and then we have of course less features or less flexibility, but we are creating agents in a more quickly, more faster than if we use Copilot Studio or Azure AI Foundry. So we have also in the middle Copilot Studio, which is the next level. We have more flexibility of the orchestration engine. We can connect more tools, more actions, more knowledge source, but we will have to make, of course, more development effort in order to create that agent. We will use this today. And then the pro code side, which is Azure AI Foundry connected or orchestrating with Microsoft Agent Framework or Semantic Kernel or whatever orchestration tool you want to use. This will allow us to make more customizable agents. We have full flexibility to connect to direct the orchestration phase, the plan, execution, creation. We have full customization features, but of course we will take more time to build that. So be aware of that and choose the right tool when you are architecting a new solution. So let's focus, let's dive deep in the Copilot Studio. We have this new revamped slide I have taken from the PowerCat team just this week. Is a new slide that show us all the boxes, all the tools that we can use inside the Copilot Studio agent. As I said before, this is evolving in a weekly basis, so we need to be aware. We need to stay tuned on all the news and try it and see what are the limitations and the benefits of using it. So we can we have the orchestrator on the left hand side where we cannot go and modify this. So this is like a black box in Copilot Studio. We can give hints using prompting, but there is some time that we cannot go inside it. So this is one of the main difference of using Copilot Studio or using Azure AI Foundry. In Azure AI Foundry, we can orchestrate ourselves, the different agents, the different tools, and we can modify the behavior inside the orchestrator. So that's be aware of that. We can connect knowledge source. We will use in today Azure AI Search as a knowledge source. We can query public websites through the Bing API. We can take information running on SharePoint sites using the libraries or the list. We can run on Dataverse. We can use MCP Dataverse, which is very, very powerful, but is yet on preview. We can upload files also. And then we have the tools. So the tools are previously were called actions. Now they are called tools, and it includes all the plus 1,000 connectors of Power Platform. We can create agent flows. We can create prompts with a code interpreter to create small pieces of AI which do a complete task and then return the result. We can use MCP. We can use more than 20 MCP connectors that Microsoft have developed. For example, the Dataverse, the Finance and Operation, the Dynamics, CRM, whatever MCP you want to use. And then you can also connect your own MCP server. Be aware of this, must be an streamable MCP server, which is not the topic of this session, but just to mention. Then we have computer use. This is just like a new RPA solution, which you will allow to create or integrate RPA actions or tools inside an agent and do, for example, I don't know, go to a desktop application, a legacy desktop application, and do some actions there, or go to a website, make a login. So similar to what you do with Power Automate desktop, but inside an agent. So you can orchestrate that and combine with another tools. And then we have a REST API. Of course, you can use custom connectors to connect to any API. In the end of the session, I can show you another demo I have created some time ago, and I continue to improve that. Will use most of these connectors. And then we can connect also child agents. So we can leverage or create a small agent with single responsibility, which will be able to leverage that development to different teams, and then connect that agents to the orchestration agent that will call that agents whenever is needed for the user question. Okay. And then, of course, we can integrate with Azure AI Foundry agent. This will be available soon. It's not available yet, but we will open a new wall because you can develop agent in Azure AI Foundry and connect with to a Copilot Studio agent. So that will be very fine when it is available. And then the Fabric data agent, in case you need to talk to Fabric workspaces. It is another tool, another feature that is currently in preview, but you can try to use it. Okay, so generative orchestration, this is inside the Copilot Studio. This is just a brief, so this is much more complex than this. But in general, what is happening when you make a question to the Copilot Studio agent is that it will first rewrite the query using your history, and then with that query rewritten, it will create an execution plan by taking a look at all your topics, all your actions or tools, or your knowledge source, and deciding for each one which match and which need to be used for answering the current question. So that's why it's very important to describe very well all the actions, all the tools, all the input and output parameters in order for the orchestration engine to decide in a better way which action is needed to execute in order to respond the current user query. Okay. So yeah, and then in the end, it creates a unified response. So this is another limitation I see on the Copilot Studio. You cannot control which response is creating it. So it sometimes it summarizes the response in a way that you are not very satisfied with. And it's difficult to jump over that limitation. You can try to do some prompting instructions, but it sometimes hit a wall, and that's why it is important to define very well the requirements of the project in the response format section. So clarify with the customer or with the stakeholders of the project which type of response they are expecting, because Copilot Studio will make a summary of all the responses of the different tools that it will use for every execution, and then sometimes it's difficult to jump over that. So be aware of that. This is also very good slide to take a look. I don't stop here too much, but you can see all the complex that Copilot Studio have inside it. It will use runtime with all these features. It will create, it has security, of course, because it is based on Dataverse, so you can apply role-based access control. The user that is executing the agent will inherit all the permission that you will have in the Power Platform environment. You have also different channels to publish the agent in just a few clicks. Now WhatsApp is from September is available also. And then it will use also the Microsoft 365 Graph API to enhance the results. Of course, if you have the license, it will use Azure AI Search, as we will use today, Azure AI Foundry. You can plug application insights to monitor. You can use Entra ID for control access and authentication authorization. So you see, it's a bunch of Microsoft service just combined in a very, very cool way to just simplify the agent creation. Okay. Then just focusing on the demo today, we will use Copilot Studio. We have seen some of the features it allows us to have, and then we will use also Azure AI Foundry. And inside Azure AI Foundry, which is like a wrapper of all the Azure AI services, we will use Azure AI Search to just make a multimodal index, fill it with information, and then connect that to Copilot Studio. But as you can see, inside Azure AI Foundry, you can use all the observability features, governance, monitoring, everything you have available in there. So it is very cool that Microsoft is trying to integrate and couple these two worlds in a seamless way. All right, so we have two more slides and we will start the demo because I want to show you all the process in live. So it will take some time to build all the services, but I want to explain what are multimodal indexing. So we will have a source of knowledge, which will be a storage account with a blob storage. There we will upload some PDF, which contains text and images, graphics and so on. And then we will make a chunking process in which we use some skills. Skills are a feature of Azure AI Search, which allow us to connect another services to make some process in the mean of the indexing workflow. So in this case, we will use Azure OpenAI service to create embeddings of every chunk, and also with the vision capabilities of GPT-4o, we will translate the images to text and index that also in the Azure AI Search. And then with all that in place, we will connect that to Copilot Studio Index, okay? Copilot Studio Agent. And here we have another focus on the integrated vectorization using skills in Azure AI Search. So we can see here that we make first a data cracking process in which we split the text on the PDF and extract the images, and then go and make an AI enrichment of the images. So we send the images to Azure OpenAI, and we take back all the description of the image generated by the vision model. And then we make the embeddings of all that information already in text format, and then we will use Azure AI Search to index everything. All right, so this is a very easy process, you will see. So maybe 4 or 5 months ago, we couldn't do that like you will see today. You will need to create a Python or .NET script or whatever language you use to manually make this process. But now it is integrated into the Azure AI Search interface. So you will see that it's very easy. So no more slides. Let's go ahead and then start to making all the process. So we have here Azure tenant, and then we will first of all we will create a resource group. Okay. So it's good to to create all the services inside a resource group. So let's go ahead and put like Collabdays Greece. Okay, and then we will use East US2 region for all the services. This is important to know because not all the regions contains all the models on Azure OpenAI. So in this case, I have checked, and in this region we can have all the models and all the services that we need for this demo. So the next service, we will create an storage account. Storage account. And then, okay, we take this one and create. All right, so we are sure we are on the same resource group. Still Collabdays Greece is US2, and then we can go ahead. We don't need geo-redundant storage, and go ahead and create this storage account. Okay, we are on the way, and in the meantime we can create also the Azure OpenAI service. So Azure OpenAI, we take that, create a new one, same resource group, East US2, Azure OpenAI, pricing, Collabdays Greece, and then go ahead. All right, all the networks. All right, it's valid, so let's go ahead and create it. Now we have 2 of the 3 services already in place, and we will upload now. We will go here, and then we will upload now to the storage account. We will upload. Let's do one thing before. We need to make the blob access anonymous. This is something I need. I think we can do it in a different way. This morning I see the Tiago session about managed identities. So I don't use managed identities here, but I think that it will be a better way to improve the security. So I use here in this demo the access key authentication, but I recommend you take a look on the managed identity way. Okay, so for this demo we need to create 2 containers, the input and the output. Okay, so let's create the input container. Then we need to change the access level. This is something I need to reload the page in order to take the new setting that I stated before, and then we can change here to blob access level. And then if we go back, okay, we go to the containers again. We have the input container, and we will need also an output container in order to save the images of the indexing process. So when it extracts the images from the PDF file, it will save it here, okay, in this output container, which also have a container access level. Okay, So we are ready here. Let's go ahead and upload here the PDF. I want to show you the PDF. We have these 3 PDF, which are Microsoft example PDF. As you can see, it contains different images. And for example, I want to show you this one because we will be asking questions about one of the images here, which is is a graph about the GPUs, where I can't see it now. Let's see it's here. All right, this one. So as you can see, this contains a graphic of different power measurements in these GPU chips. So we will be asking about this information, which is in an image. So, but as we are making a multimodal indexing, it will this information will be available on the index, so we can query about that. So let's go ahead and upload these 3 files to the input container we have here. Then go ahead and upload it. So we are ready with the storage account. Let's finish the upload. And now, when it finishes this last file, we can go and just create some models inside Azure OpenAI. Okay, so we go to Azure OpenAI and create the models that we will need to make the multimodal index. Okay, let's check here. We are okay. Yes. So we go here and go to the Azure AI Foundry portal, and let's create 2 models. We need a GPT-4o, which is one of the that have vision capabilities, and then we need another embedding model, which will allow us to translate, vectorize the text. Okay, so in this case, we will use the text embedding large model. So we go here, deploy base model, and then let's give me a moment to check. Okay, we are on the correct project. And then we go here. This take a little bit because we have a lot of models available already. And then we can filter by GPT-4o, which is here. All right, we confirm everything by default. And we go ahead and create a new deployment, okay, of embedding model. Text embedding 3 large. All right. Perfect. So we have already deployed the 2 models we need. And then the last step, we go back to the resource group and create a new resource, which is the Azure AI Search. So with this is the last one here in Azure, and here we will connect the origin of the information, which is let's go ahead, Collabdays Greece, and then go and put EastUS2, compute type, did everything good, and create. So with this, we will connect the source of the information, which is the storage account, the blob storage, where we have already uploaded 3 files, and then create some indexer, which will have some skills. And with that skills, it will be able to make the multimodal indexing process. But we won't use any pro code feature. If you see here the Azure AI Search, we have the import data new. This is a new feature. We can select here the Azure Blob storage, and then we have the multimodal rack. So we go ahead and then let's choose the storage account in the first place. We take the input, no folder. Here you can connect a managed identity. I don't do it, but it's a good security practice. Then go ahead and in the next step, we will connect, we will make the content extraction. So in this moment, we can now connect the Azure OpenAI. Okay, this is we can use also use document intelligence. We won't do it, and then we do image verbalization and text vectorization. So for this, we will use the Azure OpenAI, and we will use the GPT-4o because it has vision capabilities. Now for the vector, we will use the same Azure OpenAI, and we will use the embedding model, okay? So we acknowledge, and finally, we need to choose the output of the output container for storing the images that are extracted for the PDF, okay? So if we continue, we enable semantic ranker. This is for improving the search results, and then we schedule it for once. So we can change the name. Let's put multimodal Collabdays Greece and create. So now it will create the different skill sets, indexer, index, and everything it's needed for making the indexing process. And then we can go and to the Azure AI Search service and see which are the features it has created. It has created already an index. Which is now getting indexed. It has created an indexer, which is running currently and indexing all the features. It has created a data source, which is connected to the storage account we create before, and it has created a skill set. So a skill set, it's in a JSON format, and you can see here that it has connected the different OpenAI model that we already created and configured. Okay, all the different vector and vision features in order to extract and index all the information from the PDF to the index. Okay, so if we go, we can see that it already indexed 3 documents. If we go to the index now, we will see that it has already the information. Here is not showing anything, but we have the information already indexed. We have a lot of information here. Okay, so in this moment, we are ready to connect this index to, let's go ahead here. Okay, now it has like a catching So we have 3 PDF documents, but here we have 201 chunks. Okay, if you remember from this slide, we are doing a chunking process. So we split the documents in different chunks, which is what is already indexed in the index. So now we have completed already the process of indexing, and now we will switch to Copilot Studio. So we go here and create a new agent. Okay, so let's go here. Okay, let's reload here. All right. And let's go here, agent. And start. I am not able to see the button here. Agent, yes. Create building from scratch. Okay, let's go ahead here. No. It's strange. Okay, let's go here. Create agent here. So this interface have just changed today, and the create agent button is not there, but I think is here. Okay. All right. So this is have changed this morning. And now the creation is different, but okay, we are here in the inside already inside the interface. So currently it is setting up the agent, and then we will need to of course edit the name and add the knowledge source. So this is the Copilot Studio interface. Let's go ahead and create a agent Collabdays Greece. And then here it's a description, Collabdays Greece, to query information about, we were taking about sustainability. Okay, sustainability. All right, we can change the icon, everything. And then we have the instructions. Let's put that in this instructions box. This is the general instructions. We can put here like the system prompt. In this case, it's very simple. So we take you are an agent, exploring query information about financial market, use the product knowledge, and do not find information in the public internet. We will disable web search because we only want to find information on our knowledge. So if we go here, we can connect now a new Azure AI Search. So what we need the Azure AI Search endpoint. So we go back to the service and take this endpoint and paste here. And we need the admin key. So we go to keys, take the first one, paste here, and create. Now it is connecting to the Azure AI Search service, and it will show up here the indexes that have compatibility with Copilot Studio. This is very important because the index will need to have vector field. It will need to be a vector index. So if we go back here, let's hit add to agent, just because it will take some time. And I want to show you this field, because if you go to the index and take on edit, so if we go to fields, you see here that we have a content embedding which is of type single collection and it has a dimension of 3072. This is compatible with the text embedding 3 large model that we are using. And this is important to have it on the index, because if not, it will not show up on the Copilot Studio knowledge. Okay. So now we have everything, I think, and we can start. Let's try to ask some queries. So when you ask a query, we will see that it will try to find information on the Azure AI Search index, because we have configured as a knowledge source, and you see here that is taking the information from the knowledge source. Okay, so it is taking some information, and you can see here the response. Okay. If we go to settings, okay, you will see here that we have disabled the use information from the web. Okay, we can try also to disable the general knowledge if you wish, but let's try to ask information now about this graphic. Okay, so let's try first to find some information here. For example, explain this. Explain the carbon dioxide removal. Here, when it is generating the plan, you see all the knowledge source that it is finding information from, and then it will create a unified response. Okay, so this is taken from the references sources. Okay, and here you can see the chunks that it have taken from the index. You see here that Multimodal Collabdays Greece is the name of the index that we have here. So you can be sure that it's taking the information. As you can see, it is taking 3 chunks, but is unifying the response. So this is important because you can't control how it unifies this response. You can, of course, use topics to get this text in raw format, and then do some parsing and do, for example, using adaptive cards to present the information in a different way. Okay, but the standard format is this one. But as you can see, it's taking the information from the PDF. It is taking all these chunks and then creating a response for the user question. So now we can ask some question about this. I have some here. We can query, for example, this energy. What is the energy intensity of this? So in this moment is taking again from the Azure AI Search, and it takes 10 kilowatts, which you can see, which is here in the graph. So as you can see, it's taking all this information and indexing it using vision capabilities. So it is capable of link this to this, which by default is, I think, is very difficult to do it from just a script manually programming this. So it's a very powerful feature, I think, to extract all the information from custom PDF or advanced PDF with graphics, information, tables, and so on. And you can see we have taken like 30 minutes or 25 minutes to create all this stuff, all this connection. And I think this is very powerful for we have already in Prodware some projects like this. We are using this multimodal indexing in some projects with I don't know, maybe 200-300 of documents that we process. The processing time is very fast. We have you can process I don't know how much it takes. Here we can see the indexer. It takes 30 minutes ago. If we go to the indexer here and then go inside, you can see that it takes 33 seconds to index to make all this process, all this multimodal process, connecting with Azure OpenAI, extracting the information. All this take also 33 seconds for 3 PDF, and the PDF are, you see, it's 36 pages here, 37. We have another of this one, the financial market. We can ask some from here also. I don't know, maybe take a stock market overview. We can ask about this also. Explain the stock market overview. So it takes a few time. You have the information ready for query in a few minutes, and I think it's very powerful to most companies that have a lot of information. Of course, you can put these documents, for example, in SharePoint. You can add different knowledge sources here. For example, you go here, you can add, I don't know, maybe SharePoint site, but these queries are done using the Graph API, and it's not so powerful like Azure AI Search. You have to balance here between the cost, because of course Azure AI Search, it will cost minimum 200-300 a month, okay? And then the quality of the response, how much information you have, and the different situations you want to achieve in the project. But this is a very cool one, and with this multimodal indexing feature, it has improved a lot. I think this has been a good feature that Microsoft have already in place. Of course, it's in preview, but you can see it's working very well. And yeah, so that's a little bit the demo. There is a few minutes. I want to show you some here. Another ways to query or to present information that you can see. I have here a more advanced agent in which you can see that I have integrated with we have two sub agents to find restaurant. This is a hotel reservation. We have a restaurant finder agent that will be allowed to. It's connected to Google Places API and can find restaurant around a place. We can another agent which can query about information on destinations. And if, for example, I want to show you, I want to go holidays. Okay, so it will take different. This is using also Dataverse MCP server. So there is a lot of information and features that you can use inside Copilot Studio with just a few clicks. Okay, it's not too much complex, and you can end up creating a very powerful agent for the different for the different features or needs that your customer have. List hotels in Tenerife. So here I want to show you all the adaptive cars the adaptive cars presentation here. Let's see if I can search. This is searching hotels, and then Okay, and then to search prices for hard rock hotel. Okay. It's using now Dataverse MCP server to find information. And then now you can see so it's taking all the information from the database, and you can present all the results using a fancy adaptive card where you can now use the calendar and so on. So I don't want to go too deep in this, because I usually do another session about this more in detail, but just to show you a few tricks and a few features that you can do with Copilot Studio, all this without programming any line of code. Of course, you need to know the different tricks, but it's very cool features. Okay, so yeah, that's all. I will put this in the chat now, so some resources so you can create some demo like you have seen today. And that's all. Thank you for having me here. Has been a pleasure. You can add me on LinkedIn or connecting. I can ask you help you in creating this type of demos or whatever question you have. Right?
Thank you very much, David, for the presentation. And if there are no more questions, thank you all for the participation. Have a nice day.
Thank you. Bye.